already know what time it is. It's your boy DJ Richie Skye back with some tea, interviews, recaps, and more. And be sure to check the links in the description of this video for trips, for books, one-on-one sessions, and more. Now let's get into the tea. All right, y'all. What is going on? What's going on? What's going on, y'all? What's going on in the lit? What is going on? Actually, that is the question. What is going on? Why are we here today? Why? Oh, why? All right, so listen, y'all. We live, we back. Hey, y'all. What's going on? Going through the comments, showing love to y'all in the comments, Let us know where you watching from when you chime into the chat. Let us know where you watching from. What's going on, Shamar, my brother? Philly in the building. I see you. Philly all over this place. Pennsylvania is anyway. Yes, y'all hit that like button, please. Hit the like button. There's 400 of y'all in this room right now, so hit that like button. I need to see 400 likes. Shout out to my boy Kempire for having me on the channel today to talk about being Black and traveling abroad, baby. We got all the way into all the tea on some of the shows. We got to talk about travel, which I love. Y'all know we got the group trips coming up. We've got Zanzibar coming up in September. The link is below. We have got Cape Town in November. And listen, you can get all my top travel tips and secrets in my new ebook as well. So tap in, okay? Tap all the way in. All right, so let's get into the tea of it all. Let's get into the tea. And chime in if you did catch me and Kempire live earlier today. I am so upset that I was not able to make it to his show in New York. I am going to see him again at some point live in the future because his show is lit, okay? So with that being said, let's get into the Karen Huger tea of it all, okay? The Karen Huger of it all. Actually, should we start here first? I think we should start here because we're about to get into yes. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in and tapping into that. Okay. So when you see the space, y'all already know. Okay. You see this face, y'all already know. Okay. What we about to get into. Some type of mess. Hey, Sharon. Yes. Such a good time today with my boy. Okay, so Bravo OMG posted this, and I saw this after I saw the next story. Okay. I saw this story after I saw the Dr. Heavenly story. When I saw the Dr. Heavenly story, I had to take a break for a minute to just digest my thoughts. And then I saw this and I said, okay, it's time. Let's talk. Let's get into it. So according to the Washington Post, this is indeed Karen Huger's fourth DUI. The previous 3 happened between 2006 to 2011. So Robin, when she spoke about Karen's, I thought at the time, alleged DUIs, in my mind, I got to tell you guys the truth. I thought there is no way that she has 4. Okay. Like there is no way this is the 4th. Maybe the 2nd. I mean, like, listen, I'm not advocating for anybody to get a DUI ever, but 4, ma'am, girl, like, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Listen. Now, somebody has said, I don't know what happened to Blue Eyes. Somebody has said something happened to Blue Eyes.
Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise.
That's me right now. I'm just in shock because, and I have to blame you, Ashley. I blame you for what we just did. Okay. Now, anyway, I don't know why don't you have a full-time driver? You need a driver. Okay. You really do need a driver for your safety and for everybody else's at this point. And that's where I'm at with it. And y'all know I love me some Karen. I do. But I'm thinking about Karen and her safety at this point. It is not about Karen, the reality TV star. It is not about Karen and, the grand dame of it all. We can all be fans of Karen's, but we can also want Karen to be safe in these streets, man. Like, Karen, get you a driver. You have got the money to do so. Samar says, as much as I love Karen, it will be by the grace of God that she don't face jail time. Also, that driver's license needs to be permanently revoked. Okay? Now, first of all, thank you for that super chat. Yes, we love Karen. We love Karen down. Even as Shamar said, we love Karen down. And I do agree, she is probably dealing with a lot. The stress from the show, and clearly some of these happened before the show. So that tells me that this has been most likely, okay? And I'm going to put the alleged badge up here because I don't know her day-to-day life. But if these were occurrences from 2006 to 2011 and there were 3, then that tells me there is something that needs to be dealt with that was actually prior to her involvement on this show and things that happened after the show. All right. So let's get into what else has been said, because I don't want to belabor that point. Prosecutor said they said this about the rehab facility, quote, that Karen voluntarily checked into. The state is concerned that the program that Ms. Huger did choose to enroll in equates itself to a luxury resort experience. The rehab offers equine therapy. I'm assuming that's with horses. Is that correct? Somebody let me know in the chat. I don't know much about the equestrian of it all, but equine is giving me horse therapy, spa services, chef-prepared meals, and an organic recovery garden. Now, let me stop right there. If you are going to send me someplace to recover and rehabilitate myself, please send me to that place. I mean, I don't know what goes on in recovery, so I can't say. But what I can say is, if I'm gonna recover, can I not do it and have meals prepared by a chef? I mean, if you got the coin and you can pay for it, fine. As long as they're addressing the issue, whether her meals are prepared by Chef Boyardee or Martha Stewart does not equate to whether or not she is getting the help that she needs. If it is just that she is going to luxuriate, she could go to the spa over in Alexandria, Bali and Springs. She could have done that there. But if she is getting the help that she needs at that facility, whatever extra amenities they got, it don't matter. Okay? But if that's all it is, then I understand what they're saying. But just because you got luxury accommodations does not negate whether or not you get proper care. So I guess I'm just I would need to dig further into the specifics of that accusation in and of itself. Okay. But what I will say is that the prosecutor said that they are seeking a 6-month sentence for Karen. And here's my thing. If she got the coin, it's rehab. But if you got the coins, you can get a driver. Holla if you hear me. Holla if you hear me. I am passionate about it because this is about her safety. That's what I'm passionate about in this moment. This is about her safety. This is about, it's bigger than just the show. This is, we got to get it together, Karen. We got to get it together. We have got to get it together at this point. And it honestly sounds to me, we're going to get that sentencing this week. But it's sounding to me like the prosecutors are really pushing for some time. When I dig down into the Reality Blurb article, because, you know, when you get the Washington Post, you got to subscribe. And I ain't trying to add not another, like, I got 800 subscriptions. Okay. I'm trying to give you the tea on the filing by the prosecutor. She did accuse Karen of having 3 previous alcohol-related traffic cases from 2006 to 2000, resulting in a guilty verdict for driving while impaired and another one for driving under the influence. Karen served 0 jail time for her previous offenses. That's important to know. The prosecutor noted that the fact that Ms. Huger has repeatedly been given the benefit of another chance on 3 separate occasions demonstrates that she has not learned anything from her prior arrests. In fact, it appears as if she has been emboldened. Now, y'all know she's facing up to 2 years, but the prosecutor is requesting that she be handed a 6-month jail sentence by the judge based on the sentencing guidelines in the state of Maryland. Now, they're saying that Karen's defense team would obviously prefer she serve 0 time, asking if the judge focus rather on rehabilitation for her. They cite the fact that Karen spent 28 days at a rehab facility in Florida to address 3 problems, including alcohol abuse, dependency on antidepressants, and her past trauma of being assaulted 42 years ago when she was in college. Karen's attorneys claim that since her stint in rehab, she has been participating in meetings every morning with an Alcoholics Anonymous coffee group. And even similar to Karen's co-stars, the prosecutor also questioned the timing of Karen's rehab stint, which came after her guilty verdict and not before. Okay? This is what the prosecutor wrote. The state is concerned that the program that Ms. Huger did choose to enroll in equates itself, and that's where we get the luxury experience. Karen is expected to speak in front of the judge during her sentencing on Wednesday. So the network has also yet to address her status on the show. In my opinion, the network will have her back if she wants to. I did not know that you had Alcoholics Anonymous over coffee in the mornings, but I guess in this day and age, you could do whatever you want to do. If you got the coins and you could pay for it, there's a group. I ain't mad at you getting coffee in the mornings. However you got to get your meetings in, you know what I'm saying? People got busy schedules, people got to work. So I'm assuming maybe coffee just works for people that's got to go about their day and do what they got to do. Okay. So she is getting her AA over coffee. And I mean, I don't know. There's a lot that's going on here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to offer up some prayers for Karen real quick. Lord bless her and this whole situation. May she never have to encounter any of this ever again. and remove all of that from her, get it out of her system, and mocktails from here on out. Okay. Get a mocktail. Get yourself a mocktail and let's call it Christmas. Okay. I ain't gonna beat that any further. We're gonna see part 2 of the reunion tonight. Okay, so all right. When I saw this story, ain't nothing wrong with a little coffee. It's just that I think most of us had never heard of AA and the coffee. We wanted to know about that. That's new for a lot of us. But nothing wrong with coffee. I like a little coffee. You know what I'm saying? If that's what you got to do. All right. So this when I saw this earlier today, I had to shut I had just finished doing the Kempire live, and it was good vibes. It was good vibes. It was good vibes, good vibrations, high vibrations, and I felt I was on cloud 9. So when I saw this, I was like, why, Lord? Why today? Lord, today, not today. Then I was just sad when I saw it, because in my mind, I know Dr. Heavenly, in my mind, to be an advocate for the gays. Okay. So I firmly believe that there was a point that she was trying to make when she was saying this. And that point was the same point I made when I talked about it. Any man is not going to want his woman, his wife, his girlfriend, whatever, to get into an altercation with another man if he can help it. That was all she had to say. Okay? That was all she needed to say. Period. That's it. That's it. That was all she needed to say. Thank you for the super chat, C. Evans. And for me, the statements that she made were this. I'm going to read it to you verbatim. I'm not going to play it because I think she has made the video private, which I totally agree with. And we will get into her apology as well, because I did not want to do this story without waiting to see if she was going to respond. Or if she did not respond, I was going to reach out to her personally, because I felt she needed to clarify this. Basically, she said in her commentary, if you have a conversation with somebody and it goes to the left, most men, real men, not gay men, not bitch men, the guys that are kind of soft, real men, straight men, are going to feel like if you tell my wife to shut the F up, I'm going to have a problem with it. All right, so here's the thing. The comment lends itself to an antiquated way of thinking about men and whether or not they are soft, and then kind of conflating that with the gays, for which she is actually very popular with. You know what I'm saying? So to me, this wasn't a case where I said I want to throw the baby away with the bathwater, because I don't think that she is. I don't think this about her. Simply Shamar says, Dr. Hellish being covertly phobic doesn't surprise me. She gives the energy that she would exploit a gay man as an accessory for popularity. See, I just don't. There's a part of me, there's a big part of me that just, I can't believe that about her. I can't. And I don't know what it is that will not allow me to think that, because I just feel like, we see her with the Carloses. We see her, my own experience with her. I just don't I just don't want to believe it. And I'm just giving you how I feel. And that's a pro. And I know. I want to. This is me. This is a me thing. I'm readily letting you know this is a me thing. But I feel like what we also need to have a discussion about is when you are on this platform and you are on fire, you still need to have a filter for what you say and how you say it. And I feel like she at times goes to a place where the filter is no longer working. And that today disappointed me. It disappointed me. It really it disappointed me to the point where I could not do this. I couldn't sit down and have a conversation about this because I'm just thinking to myself, we all are dealing with so much right now. Why would you add this level of discourse to what all of us are already currently dealing with? So after some quite a bit of commentary online, she has made an apology, but I'll get into some of the things that were stated. And I think the neighborhood talk encapsulated what was said online in terms of the social media discussion and discourse. Gay men are not synonymous with soft, bitch, or unreal men. People are still attempting to define a real man based on his sexual orientation or whether he is feminine or not, question mark. I don't care how many LGBTQ plus friends or fans you have, that implies you should definitely know better. My initial response was to call her, but it is not always our responsibility to show grace and educate privately when it comes to public disrespect. Even our faves can make mistakes and need to be corrected. This was a trashy take, especially since I know homosexual men who consistently stand up for and protect women and their significant others verbally, emotionally, and physically at Dr. Heavenly. And so Dr. Heavenly then, I don't know if she did it before then or not, but I know she is posted here. I'm showing you here. She says, I'm with you. I apologize. It was ignorant. It was an ignorant statement. I'm a grown woman. I can admit when I'm wrong. I didn't mean it that way. And she also posted it here. As you can see, I apologize. That was an ignorant statement. I'm grown and can admit when I'm wrong. Any man with a backbone would take up for their loved one. So this is where I'm at with it as of this moment right now. You know, it's a problem for me because I just feel like it didn't even need to be stated. None of this needed to be stated in that way. Any person, which is why I was saying, why who wouldn't? What woman is going to see? What person, okay, is going to see their significant other looking like they're about to get a beat down and not go running? You saw Sweet Tea go running. You saw Quad go running. Also, too true. What man is going to want to see their significant other, whatever they may be, getting a beat down or getting involved in a situation where it's one-on-one? So it didn't need to be stated about real men, soft men, bitch men, straight men, men with a backbone. None of that needed to be said. It is already an implied thought that anyone who sees their loved one in danger is going to try to protect them. or call the police or call for help. That is all that needed to be said at all. So the discourse about, and I gotta say this too. Thank you, Beatrice, for the super chat. Says Karen takes no accountability in real life or TV. Well, it's definitely hard to stay. It's definitely hard to have. Oof, yeah. I mean, after that last episode of Potomac, I would like to say this. I would love to end just any and all discourse about men being soft in general. Men, I think that we have to create spaces for men and women to feel the full range of their emotions. And it is not always up to a Black woman to be the strong Black woman. It is not always up to the man to be the strong Black man. The ideal of that, to me, makes it so that sometimes we can't even express our deepest feelings because we fear being looked at as being soft or not being strong and holding everything up on our backs. That is a thing that Black people, I don't want for us anymore. I don't want it. And this is why I know she is an advocate. I know she is. I 100% believe she is an advocate. I believe she's an ally. I believe she's an ally. And I feel like she goes off the rails at times, and it's like a speeding train. And I feel like what she needs to do is filter it, learn how to filter it so that she doesn't find herself in these situations. I don't want that for her. And maybe I am naive. Maybe I am naive, but I have to believe that. Exactly. That's the point that I'm trying to make. At any given moment, it's okay for a man to shed some tears. Let men get their emotions out. It's okay for a man to feel fear. It is okay for a woman to not feel like she has to shoulder a burden of strength at all times. And I feel like that's, if we can rid ourselves of those burdens, of those burdensome thoughts, then we can all, as people, as Black people, collectively move together into a better space. And maybe I am giving her too much grace. I don't know. I mean, I just feel like I have to believe. I have to. Somebody said, did I miss a super chat? I did. Hold on. I got it. Brittany Shakira says, I think because people don't like Dr. Helen, this comment gave people ammunition to come at her. Sometimes she talks too much. Her character on the show is the villain, and she plays in that way too much. And I think that's the truth. I think that is also what we're seeing here is, right. Like, I'm not of the mind frame that I cancel people unless, I mean, you've done something. Like I'm looking at something like crimes. You know what I'm saying? Like serious crimes. But I just feel like in this situation, there is a lesson for her to learn in this, and I hope she learns it. That's where I'm at with it. There's a lesson in this. I hope she learns it. You can be the villain on reality TV. You can give us the behind the scenes scoop, and you can tell us what's happening, but it does not have to come at the expense of, going off the rails such that you're now massive amounts of people are offended, for the sake of the entertainment of this show. I don't want that for her. Like, I really care. You know what I'm saying? I care about these people. I don't want them to be in this situation. And again, maybe I am naive. Maybe it's the cancer in me, you know? Maybe that's just who I am. But I have to be like, I have to think that way. So, you know, and then, you know, to think about it, like your one of your bosses is like, what is Andy thinking that he see this when he see this post? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's wild. So, you know, I just want her to do better with that. And, you know, she has apologized. I want to make that known. You know, at this point, I think it's up to you whether or not how you feel about it. You know, I'm at where I'm at with it, and that's all I can be. Um, you know, and I thought about that. You know, my first inclination was to reach out to her because my thought was, hey, I don't want you looking like this. So, but I didn't say anything because I was like, let me give it some time because maybe she'll respond to this on her own. And she's made the response, and I think that that's all I can do is accept the apology and, you know, now hope that, you know, it doesn't happen again. That's it. That's all I can do. So anyway, y'all, the shows are back on tonight. Okay. The shows are back on tonight. So we will see what happens with the update. We got some good old tea from Kempire's live earlier. I don't know if you watched it when we did our live with Kempire. He talked about Mia potentially leaving the reunion. A lot is going on. Okay. So be sure to tune in and tap into Potomac at 8 p.m. on Bravo. And then also Married to Medicine right after that at 9 p.m. And with that being said, y'all, I will catch y'all in the next video. I love y'all and I'll see y'all later.